going in, because you brought up Red Bull and their performance, and they are aggressive. They're an aggressive team. They like aggressive drivers, I believe, at least one of them to be aggressive.
Yeah.
There's like a big thing going out here, and I've got this question, let alone just today, probably like 5 times. Do we think that Red Bull was testing their new revision of floor on Perez in this race, given his pace? Do you think that's a possibility, or what do you think about that?
So there's a couple of things. First of all, I can't say I have any inside information to explicitly say if they do have that or not. Even if I did, I wouldn't be at liberty to say it. Anyway. I couldn't tell you anyway. But to be honest, that's not an unreasonable thing to do if you're a Red Bull, right? If you know that there are changes happening in the future, you want to best position yourself to minimize the impact that they have. You want to be able to do some kind of testing beforehand to figure out how bad could it potentially be, and in effect, make some other changes to your car to sort of mitigate how bad it would actually be. So it's not a completely implausible thing to do. There could be some questions raised as to performance-wise, where would you see that benefit? Would you see it in high-speed corners? Would you see it in top speed and that kind of a thing? And I haven't really looked at that data enough to really be able to say that. What I can say is that Paul Ricard is kind of a front limited circuit. Like when you're running out of grip at the end of the race, it's mostly because you're running out of front grip. Like you're understeering wide. In fact, understeering wide is what got Leclerc in trouble. We always think of Sergio Perez as this incredible tire whisperer, which he is. He's fantastically good at preserving tires, but it's actually mostly because of his throttle application. He's actually very, very good at preserving rear tires. And that is a very, important and valuable skill for any team, but it's not going to help you out as much if you're front limited, right? If the front tires are actually what's limiting you, then that's actually going to, not going to help as much when you have the high rear grip. One thing I would say, because people kept asking, why is it that Perez can't get past Hamilton? Like Perez and Verstappen had, such a speed advantage, a top speed advantage. Why can't they get past him? And I think part of the reason was because they were having such difficulties with the slower corners and the exits of the slow corners in particular, that they lost so much ground that by the time they actually initiated the DRS, they were just too far back to actually initiate the pass. And as I said before, this is something that's come up a few times. It came up in Spain as well, and people were asking why couldn't Verstappen get past Russell. A car being faster than another car is an abstract concept, right? The question is, where are you faster? Are you faster only on the straights? Are you faster in sector 1? Are you faster in sector 3? And in Spain, the Mercedes was just a faster car in sector 1, or it was at least as fast as in sector 1.
Gotcha.
So it's understandable that it would be difficult to pass, even if overall the Red Bull was faster than Mercedes at that race. So it's a multifaceted question. As far as the flexi floor stuff, I'm not going to say anything that's not concrete. I don't have any specific information that they definitely were doing that.
That's what he's not here for.
All I will say is that it's a reasonable thing to do if you're trying to figure out what kind of delta you would get from running a SPA specification floor. And as I said, you can use that data to inform your decisions going forward so that the actual delta may not even be as big as that in the future.
Thanks for tuning in and watching another video here at Wolfpack Performance. Check out some of my other content on Formula One issues, our topics, and our DIY products on how to customize your vehicle. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. See you soon.